Hey guys, good to see you back. This is the second tutorial related object-oriented programming. And as you can see, side by side I open my Visual Studio Code editor and my browser using Live Server extension. And I already created an HTML document named index.html. So inside the script tag, first I'm going to create a class. To create a class in JavaScript, we need to use class keyword. Class, then we need to set the class name. And our class name is hello. Then inside the curly braces, here I'm going to pass a message. Basically, I'm going to define a method named message. So I'm going to type message round braces. Then inside the curly braces, here I'm going to print console dot log. Inside the round braces, inside the double quotes, I'm going to print a message. Hello everyone. And then semicolon to end this line. So whenever user call this method from this class, then it's going to print this message, hello everyone. And as I told you, to call this method from this class, we create an object using this class. So let's create an object using this class. Let, and our variable name is a. A equal to create an object, we need to use new keyword. New, then we need to call the class name, hello. Now a variable become an object, which is made with hello class. And now I want to call message method. For that, we need to type a dot message and semicolon to end this line. If I save this file, as you can see in my console, it print hello everyone. Now you understand, first we need to create a class. Then inside this class, we have a method named message. If you want to call this method, then first you need to create an object using this class. In our case, a. Then you can call this method from this class. Now let's talk about more about methods. In JavaScript, we have total 3 types of methods. Our first method is constructor method. Second one is prototype method. And third one is static method. And we are going to start with constructor method. To create an constructor method, we don't need to take any constructor name. Let me show you how. So here, I'm going to create a constructor method. For that, just we need to type only constructor. Constructor, round braces, and inside the curly braces, you can pass your message. Suppose here I'm going to type console dot log. Inside the round braces, I'm going to type welcome and semicolon to end this line. And remember, to create a constructor method, you don't need to take any name. Just you need to type constructor keyword. Now the question is, what is the purpose of this method? Whenever we create an object using this class, then constructor method automatically called. We don't need to call it by ourselves. It automatically run. Now, if I comment out this line and save this file again, now you can see it automatically run the constructor method. So it's print welcome. Here I just create an object using this class, but I do not call the particular any method. Similarly, if I create another object using this same class, so I'm going to duplicate this line and here I'm going to type b and save this file. After save this file, as you can see, again it print welcome in our console. First it run for A object, then it run for B object. And now we are going to learn about properties. And also we are going to learn how we can assign value in properties. There is 2 options that we can do it. First I'm going to show you a basic method. So I will remove this line. Listen carefully. Whenever we need to declare an property to a class, we need to declare it inside the constructor method. Suppose I want to declare a variable. Properties are basically a variable, nothing else. So I'm going to declare a property. Let, and our property name is name. Then semicolon to end the line. So here we declare a property. And now I want to use this property. I want to use this property in our message method. So I'm going to remove everyone. And here I'm going to use concatenation sign. Also you can use backtick here if you are familiar with tablet string method. Then I want to call name variable. For that, we need to use this keyword. This means the object. dot name. Now we set a property in this class. Also we use this property, but we do not send any value. Now we need to set a value to this property. So how we can do it? For that we need to use the object name. In our case A, and I want to set name assign with, and here you can pass the student name, which is advantage, and then semicolon to end this line. And now again I want to print the message in my console. So I'm going to uncomment this line and save this file. After save this file, as you can see in my console, now it's print hello advantage. If I provide a little space and save again, now you can see it correctly, hello advantage. With that, also you can see another message from our constructor method. And as I told you, we don't need to call constructor method. It's automatically run when we create an object using this class. And there is another shortcut way that we can assign a value to our properties. For that, here we need to take a parameter in our constructor method. So I'm going to take sName as parameter. And I'm going to assign sName to this variable sName. And now we don't need to create this line to assign this value to this variable. So I'm going to comment out this line, and from here I'm going to copy advantage. And whenever we create an object using this class, we can pass the value. It's like a function. So if I save this file, you can see the same result. Oops, I think I did some mistake, because here we don't need to declare let keyword. So I'm going to remove let. This time I'm going to use this keyword, this dot name. This keyword represent the object. So if I save this file, now you can see, now it's print hello advantage. It's pretty similar with function, is not it? Yes, it is. Here you can define multiple properties as much you want. Now let's talk about prototype method. This is the example of prototype method. For that you need to take the method name, and prototype method do not run automatically. To run this prototype method, we need to call it. And our last method is static method. To create static method, we need to use static keyword. Let me show you. So here I'm going to create a method which is static method. So I'm going to type static. Then we need to take a method name. In our case, our method name is full name. Then we need to use round braces. Then inside the curly braces, you can print anything. Document dot write, inside the round braces, inside the double quotes, student name is advantage. And now you decide you are going to call the static method from this object. So let's call this static method a dot full name, semicolon to end this line. If I save this file, it's not going to work. It's going to throw an error. Yes, we don't need to create an object to call a static method. We can call static method without creating an object. To call this static method, we need to use the class name. In our case, hello. So let me show you how we can use it. So here I'm going to type our class name, hello dot full name function. Then semicolon to end this line. If I save this file, you can see the result. As you can see in my browser, now it calls the static method and print student name is advantage. As I told you, class is a blueprint, otherwise a template. We can use class multiple times to create objects. So this is it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next tutorial. In the next tutorial, we are going to learn about inheritance.